strengthen sports activities at schools, IPTs, community levels. Several international companies with potential to be based in Malaysia. Salam Malaysia Madani, I'm Jessica Lee and you're watching Malaysia Tonight. Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim wants a tighter network between the Youth and Sports Ministry, Education Ministry and Higher Education Ministry to enable sports activities in schools, centres of higher learning and the community to be rejuvenated and strengthened. Now, he said a Madani country could only grow if its people are empowered, not only through the fields of employment and economy, but also via aspects of health through sports.
Saya harap peserta-peserta sukan, malah kelompok anak-anak muda keseluruhannya, sekolah, universiti. Sebab itu saya minta jaringan di antara Menteri Belia dan Sukan, Menteri Pendidikan Tinggi, harus ada rangkaian yang lebih erat supaya kegiatan di sekolah, kegiatan di pusat pengajian tinggi dan kegiatan di kalangan masyarakat, community itu disegarkan.
Speaking at the launch of the 2023 National Sports Day themed #FitMalaysia at Dataran Putrajaya today, the Premier said the people also want peace and a Madani nation is a country that is focused on driving growth in various aspects. He said that he tabled several initiatives and incentives which had been sought for decades for sports activities in yesterday's Budget 2024. Under the budget, he announced, among others, an allocation of 50 million ringgit next year for the maintenance and upgrading of youth and sports facilities nationwide. In a related development, the Prime Minister said the organising of the National Sports Day to make sports part and parcel of people's lives with the adoption of an active and fit lifestyle is in line with the Malaysia Madani Framework and National Sports Vision 2030. In a Facebook post, Datuk Seri Anwar explained that it was important to get people involved in sporting activities from an early stage. He added the physical activities should continue until they are in schools, institutions of higher learning, working life and thereafter, so that the people maintain an active and healthy lifestyle. National Sports Day is a national agenda that is celebrated on the second Saturday of October annually to promote sports among the community. The 4.89 billion ringgit increase in allocation for the Ministry of Health in Budget 2024 can help raise the quality of the country's healthcare services and thus provide comfort for the ministry staff and patients. Minister Dr. Zaliha Mustafa said the allocation for next year, with a total of 41.2 billion ringgit compared to 36.3 billion ringgit this year, could also enable more initiatives and health development projects to be implemented for the well-being of the people.
Juga kita akan bagi tumpuan, ya, dan ini semua bertepatan dengan apa yang kita telah gariskan dalam kertas putih kesihatan yang kita bentangkan di Parlimen tempoh hari. Jadi kita akan melihat ke tonggak-tonggak itu untuk memberikan yang pertama, yang paling penting ialah dari sudut sistem delivery kita lah. Kemudian ada juga yang kita berikan tumpuan yang kedua yang juga kita masukkan dalam bajet pada kali ini ialah tumpuan kepada tonggak kedua, iaitu promosi kesihatan.
She said this after the launch of the Segamat Health Carnival in conjunction with the National Sports Day, World Mental Health Day and Segamat district-level cancer awareness programs. Yesterday, Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim announced that the Health Ministry was among the ministries to receive the biggest allocation under Budget 2024, with a total of 41.2 billion ringgit set aside for next year. The Ministry of Education, or MOE, which received the largest allocation in Malaysia Madani Budget 2024, is committed to ensuring that all agenda in the budget will be executed responsibly. Education Minister Fadlina Siddiq, in welcoming the 58.7 billion ringgit allocation given to her ministry, said she believed it was for her ministry's efforts in humanising education over the years. In the policy context, Fadlina said the future of education in the country is the most crucial aspect.
Bajet ini kita sambut dalam dua perspektif yang kita rasa inilah perjuangan kita dalam sisi pendidikan manusiawi selama ini. Pertama adalah soal akses. Apabila 26 buah sekolah diluluskan, ini adalah kelulusan untuk pembinaan sekolah terbesar pernah KPM terima, dan juga dengan peluasan prasekolah juga 26. Kemudian 18 blok bangunan untuk murid berkebutuhan khas, dan alhamdulillah yang paling penting juga dalam konteks dasar adalah jelajah masa depan, pendidikan masa depan negara.
Fadlina said this after officiating the 2023 Perlis State Level National Sports Day celebrations in Kangar. Yesterday, the media reported that the Education Ministry received the biggest allocation in Budget 2024, with 58.7 billion ringgit set aside as compared to 55.2 billion ringgit in 2023. Now, the banking sector perceives Budget 2024 as striking a fine balance between maintaining sufficient support for the domestic economy amid continued external challenges, while staying committed to fiscal responsibility and enhancing the people's well-being. Malayan Banking Group President and Chief Executive Officer Dato' Khairul Ramli said the budget tabled by the Prime Minister is comprehensive and inclusive, with emphasis on sustainable economic growth and being pro-rakyat in support of the Madani economy and the various policies and roadmap announced recently. Dato' Khairul, who is also the chairman of the Association of Banks in Malaysia, in a statement today said the budget aims to navigate the country through a new economic direction by alleviating cost of living, creating jobs, boosting global competitiveness and supporting a conducive investment climate. The intent to further support the underserved and unserved sustainably is clear, he said, adding that the banking sector welcomes the proposed increase in tax-exempt spend to 35% to encourage greater social impact programs. He added the budget is also addressing climate resiliency, whereby it remains steadfast in prioritizing renewable energy, green technologies and conservation efforts that support sustainable economic growth while ensuring a livable environment for future generations. Now, brokerage firm Kerana Research said the absence of an immediate plan to remove subsidized RON 95 from the market is positive, but proposed tax hikes and other subsidy adjustments could raise input costs, potentially increasing the short-term inflation and dampening consumer spending early in the year 2024. However, the expected cash disbursements to civil servants may partially mitigate the forecast decline in consumer spending by stimulating purchases in areas like food and beverage, F&B, and daily necessities. Kerana Research, in a note today, said given the impending sales and service tax rate increase, it anticipates consumers to pivot to high-value items such as cars and tech devices for the remainder of 2023, as opposed to stockpiling daily essentials. It added that consumer staples players such as Dutch Lady Milk Industries Berhad and Fraser Neve Holdings Berhad were expected to remain resilient, while the departmental store or apparel players such as Aeon Company Malaysia Berhad and Padini Holdings Berhad were expected to face some challenges ahead due to lower spending power of their target customers such as the M40 Group. On Friday, Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim announced that service tax goes up to 8% from the current 6% and will expand to logistics, brokerages, underwriting and karaoke services. Coming up, no one should try to politicize Budget 2024. Now, the Ministry of Communications and Digital, or KKD, has identified several international video game companies with the potential to be based in the country and make Malaysia the gaming hub of Southeast Asia. As Minister Fahmi Fadil said, the 30 million ringgit allocated under Budget 2024 for the promotion of Malaysia as an e-sports industry hub would hopefully speed up the process of South Korean video game company NX3 Games spreading its wings into the country next year. NX3 Games, which focuses on publishing games, research and development as well as content design, had previously targeted opening its regional head office in Kuala Lumpur.
Ini sudah pasti akan menjadi satu game changer kerana bagi KKD dan khusus agensi MDEC, kita lihat gaming companies ni dia sangat pulangannya, sekiranya kita dapat satu hit game, pulangan kepada negara dan selain daripada syarikat, dia besar dan jangka masa yang panjang. Jadi saya lihat sekiranya kita buat dengan insentif ini, saya percaya lagi banyak syarikat antarabangsa dapat bertapak di Malaysia.
Fahmi said this after officiating the launch of the Federal Territory Level National Sports Day in Kuala Lumpur. Now, yesterday, when tabling Budget 2024, Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim announced an allocation of 30 million ringgit to encourage international video game companies or studies to invest in Malaysia in the development of digital products together with local talent. Meanwhile, Fahmi is also confident that the allocation of 90 million ringgit under the Film in Malaysia incentive will help film studies in the country, in addition to making Malaysia the filming destination for international films.
Sebelum pandemik, kita menyaksikan banyak syarikat perfilman datang ke Malaysia untuk buat penggambaran. Tapi akibat pandemik dan masalah-masalah seperti itu, ada kesan, ya, termasuk kepada beberapa studio besar seperti di Johor, Iskandar Malaysia Studios. Ya. Jadi saya harap ini akan dapat membantu.
Datuk Seri Anwar announced that 90 million ringgit will be allocated under the initiative to continue encouraging the production of international standard films and 10 million ringgit for the establishment of the My Creative Matching Fund scheme to support the efforts of young artists in producing creative projects. Now, Fahmi also said that the allocation for the ministry under Budget 2024 increased by 400 million ringgit compared to 2023 and described the allocation of 2.85 billion ringgit as a huge amount that will give good returns to the people. Now, Deputy Prime Minister Datuk Seri Dr. Ahmad Zahid Hamidi said no one should try to politicise Budget 2024. According to him, the national budget table yesterday was better than those of previous years.
Jangan dilihat bajet satu tahun ini sebagai bajet yang hanya dilihat dalam konteks keperluan semasa sahaja, tetapi juga harus dilihat untuk jangka pendek dan jangka sederhana. Kita mempunyai rancangan tiap-tiap 5 tahun dan ini harus dilihat begitu, ya. Biarlah kita berbeza pandangan politik, tetapi dalam soal ekonomi, soal imej negara, kita hendaklah tidak mempolitikkannya.
Datuk Seri Ahmad Zahid, who is also Rural and Regional Development Minister, was speaking to reporters after launching the Kelantan State Level National Sports Day 2023 at Taman Etnobotani, Gua Musang today. He said what was emphasised by the Prime Minister had been comprehensively researched, and Budget 2024 took into consideration the interests of all sectors of society. He said long-term plans are spelt out in the 12th Malaysia Plan coupled with a mid-term review. The Economy Ministry, he said, is also drawing up various plans. The resumption of the construction project for 5 LRT or light rail transit stations in Selangor is expected to enhance the public transportation connectivity in the state. In addition, Menteri Besar Datuk Seri Amiruddin Syari said that a study has also been conducted to extend these services all the way to Kuala Selangor.
Ia akan mampu meningkatkan lagi keterhubungan rakyat terutamanya daripada kawasan mana semalam di Sentosa, di kawasan Kelang kan. Kelang, dan sebenarnya pihak kerajaan negeri baru memulakan kajian untuk menyambung sampai ke Kuala Selangor. Dan saya harap selepas 1 tahun ini kita akan dapat plan yang lebih baik ataupun nampak jajaran yang lebih konkret untuk kita menyempurnakan tekad kita, iaitu salah satunya adalah menyediakan jajaran daripada utara Selangor sampailah ke Kelang yang sekarang telah terhubung dengan jajaran kereta api.
He said this after officiating the Selangor State Level National Sports Day at IJM Rimbayu, Kuala Langat, Selangor. The opening of a high-technology industrial area in Korean further enhanced the state government's efforts to make the region as a national industrial centre. Perak Menteri Besar Datuk Seri Sarani Mohamad noted that it will also expedite the construction of a water treatment plant, or LRA, in northern Perak to meet the irrigation needs in that area. According to him, suitable areas for such development will be identified by considering land acquisition costs as well as their strategic proximity to port and airport areas.
Secara kebetulan, semasa kita berbincang dalam mesyuarat Bord PKNP, kita sudah mengenal pasti beberapa kawasan yang berpotensi untuk kita bangunkan New Industrial Park. Tetapi dengan pengumuman semalam, dia tak cukup dengan tanah 100 ekar. Kita peringkat awal kita kenal pasti sebidang tanah 100 ekar. Okay? Tapi dengan pengumuman ini, saya lihat dia memerlukan sekurang-kurangnya 1000 ekar tanah. So kita kena lihat semula.
He said this after attending the state-level National Sports Day celebration in Meru, Perak. My airline has extended its sincere apologies to passengers and aviation agencies affected by the unforeseen suspension of its operations. Its interim accountable executive, Datuk Sri Azharuddin Abdul Rahman, said the company is expediting the refund process and asked all My Airline passengers to be patient. Elaborating further in a release statement today, Datuk Sri Azharuddin said the company is also establishing a hotline to better assist the affected passengers and to facilitate the refund process. He added the passengers are encouraged to provide their booking number via email. According to Datuk Sri Azharuddin, all My Airline personnel are still under full employment and the company has not placed anyone on unpaid leave. Regarding strategic partnerships, he said My Airline has received multiple interests to enter into strategic partnerships and it is evaluating the proposals. He said the company will continue to provide updates to its valued passengers and related stakeholders. Now, Malaysia has achieved strong growth in the use of e-payment due to cooperation and commitment from the public and private sectors as well as urban and rural communities. Bank Negara Malaysia BNM Assistant Governor Abdul Rahman Abu Bakar said e-payment transactions grew to 9.5 billion last year compared to 7.2 billion in 2021. In a statement released today, Abdul Rahman said on average, each Malaysian made 291 e-payment transactions last year. There were over 100,000 QR code registrations in the first 3 months of the year, with overall registrations totaling 1.7 million as at the first quarter of 2023. Abdul Rahman expressed hope that this growth can be increased with commitment from the industry to continue helping micro and small traders adapt e-payment into their businesses. Now, concerning the transaction fee on Duit Now QR payments imposed on merchants, Abdul Rahman said the industry had taken appropriate steps to reduce the effect on businesses. He said, for instance, major banks and various non-bank financial service providers had announced that they would continue to waive the transaction fee on micro and small businesses receiving payments via Duit Now QR. Transformation is essential to build the resilience of the Malaysian industry and trade sectors to continue to empower the national economy. Investment, Trade and Industry Minister Tengku Datuk Sri Zafrul Tunku Abdul Aziz said the ministry has initiated a structural transformation of the manufacturing investment and trade sectors where the positive spillover will benefit the business community, micro, small and medium enterprises or MSMEs in the manufacturing sector and the people as a whole. In a release statement, Tengku Datuk Sri Zafrul said that since December 2022, the ministry has started the transformation of the manufacturing sector, which includes the introduction of new policies that cover the new Industrial Master Plan 2030, the Chemical Industry Roadmap 2030, and the Environmental, Social and Governance Framework Industri Nasional. Attracting investments, whether domestic direct investments or foreign direct investments, as well as trade promotions, are very important in the effort to rebuild the Malaysian economy, thereby increasing the country's gross domestic product growth. Accordingly, to facilitate efforts to realise investments and trade in Malaysia, Tengku Datuk Sri Zafrul said he will chair the Investment and Trade Action and Coordination Committee, which will meet at least once a month to deal with the challenges faced by investors. Up next in the foreign segment, Polish police cordon off Warsaw Square due to bomb threat. Now, police have cordoned off Pilsudski Square in central Warsaw due to a bomb threat, according to a witness, just a day before high-stakes elections in the European Union and NATO member. Now, Polish media reported that a man had climbed onto a monument in a square and was threatening to blow himself up. Now, pictures posted on social media platform X, formerly known as Twitter, showed a man standing on top of the Smolensk monument, which commemorates the victims of an air disaster in 2010 that killed 96 people, including President Lech Kaczynski and his wife, Maria. A police officer on the scene who cordoned off the area said that there was no entrance allowed to the area due to the possibility of a bomb. A police spokesperson confirmed that a man had climbed onto the monument. A Malaysian soup kitchen program was held in Namibia on Friday, where 500 people were served nasi minyak with grilled lamb and dalcha kambing. Now, the Malaysian High Commission in Namibia, in a statement, said the event held at Windhoek Islamic Centre, Pioneers Park, was organised by the High Commission in collaboration with Malaysian Ladies Perwakilan Association in Namibia and AJ Auto Parts. The Windhoek City Mayor, Joseph Uwapingin, expressed his appreciation to Acting High Commissioner Datuk Dr. Muhammad Ramis Yahya for the program, which was beneficial to many Namibians, especially the 1% Muslim population in the country. The statement added that the Imam and Chairman of the Islamic Centre also praised the High Commission in Windhoek for its efforts in helping out the needy in Namibia. Datuk Muhammad Ramis said such event, including a Malaysian night market event held recently, was part of the High Commission's programs to other needy societies in Namibia, including some of the rural areas. Meanwhile, the High Commission will also organise Malaysian Movie Day promotion, Mat Kilau the movie, in the second week of November. Exclusively limited to the first 100 attendees, Malaysian food and drinks will be served after the movie screening. Coming up in sport, Tengku Zafrul is the new BAM boss. The Badminton Association of Malaysia, or BAM, today revealed that their council members have unanimously agreed on Investment, Trade and Industry Minister Tengku Datuk Sri Zafrul Tengku Abdul Aziz taking over as the new president. Outgoing BAM President Tan Sri Muhammad Norza Zakaria, who announced the decision made at their third council meeting today, said the detailed timeline of Tengku Datuk Sri Zafrul's appointment would be discussed internally at the next council meeting in December. The BAM council members expect the election of Tengku Datuk Sri Zafrul will be done in January 2024.
Saya yakin dan percaya bahawa adanya kombinasi kepimpinan ataupun ciri-ciri kepimpinan yang ada pada Tengku Zafrul itu yang dulu pernah berada di corporate, ya, hari ini berada dalam kepimpinan hari ini sebagai teknokrat / politician. Saya rasa ia akan lebih banyak membantu kepada kepimpinan ataupun menjalankan menguruskan BM.
Tan Sri Mohammad Norza had announced in August that he would step down from the post of president at the end of the year. His decision came as a shock to many, since he had announced in July that he planned to leave the national governing body only after the 2024 Paris Olympic Games. Meanwhile, Tan Sri Mohammad Norza is optimistic that a dynamic and progressive leader like Tengku Datuk Sri Zafrul is capable of running the show as the new boss and continuing his 6-year legacy. He revealed that Tengku Datuk Sri Zafrul has shown great interest in becoming his successor, while the response from BAM stakeholders was also positive so far. Harimau Malaya are one step away from clinching their 13th Pesta Bola Merdeka title after they stunned India 4-2 in the opening match of the 2023 edition at the National Stadium in Bukit Jalil Friday night. Malaysia, ranked 134th in the world, put on a classy performance against 102nd place India in the entertaining match held on the stadium's new Zeon Zozia turf. The clash in front of 46,150 spectators saw Malaysian-Belgian defender Dion Cools lashed onto Noah Lane's header before unleashing a shot to make it 1-0. Malaysia's advantage only lasted 7 minutes, however, as a counter-attack from India saw them equalise through Nauriya Mahish Singh's volley, which goalkeeper Ahmad Shihan Hazmi Muhammad could not keep out. Kim Panggon's men were back in front when sensational winger Arif Aiman Muhammad Hanapi calmly converted the penalty kick in the 20th minute after defender Nikhil Chandrasekhar Pujari brought down striker Darren Lock in the box. Right winger Muhammad Faisal Abdul Halim took advantage of a mistake by Indian defender Mehtab Singh to slot in the third goal for the Harimau Malaya in the 42nd minute. India closed the gap in the 52nd minute when team captain Sunil Chetri easily slotted in a pass from Lalian Zuala Changte. Malaysia breathed a sigh of relief as Corbin Ong scored the fourth goal following a cross from Muhammad Faisal in the 61st minute. Now, Youth and Sports Minister Hannah Yeoh says she is confident that the 50 million ringgit matching grant under the Budget 2024 announced yesterday to encourage the organisation of prestigious sports events will increase the number of international sports tournaments to be held next year.
Bajet kan tahun ini April baru keluar kan. Itu sebab banyak badan sukan dia lambat untuk organize kerana dia perlu dapatkan sanction daripada international body. Tetapi dengan adanya pengumuman sekarang 50 juta untuk tahun depan, kita sasarkan ada banyak lagi international tournament akan masuk. Penganjuran sukan, permohonan, birokrasi semua kita dah kurangkan dah. Okay? So kita sasarkan yang itu bukan tak ada masalah. Untuk crowd masuk, saya rasa tahun ini kita nak fokus untuk lebih banyak program high performance.
She said this when met at the national level National Sports Day 2023 or HSN 2023 celebration in Putrajaya today. Now, Hannah also expressed her delight with the allocation of 52 million ringgit, a 30% increase compared to 2023 for the podium program, which is the preparation for national athletes for international multi-sports games. And that's it from us this evening in our top story: strengthen sports activities at schools, IPTs and community levels. I'm Jessica Lee. Salam Malaysia Madani, tekad perpaduan penuhi harapan. Thank you for joining us.